Hello, folks. Hello, folks. How are you? Yeah, this is Old Truth Speaker. How's everything? I'm just coming at you with the latest from the latest debate between uh, Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont and former Secretary Hillary Clinton. And the name of this is Bernie Sanders slams Hillary in Flint on everything. / David Caroll was right. And I mean, the forceful way that the senator came out with the former secretary, I mean, he stopped her at almost every turn. It was outright, basically, what he was telling you're a liar. First of all, when not trying to go into every detail, but before we go into the specifics of the vid and what transpired tonight over the debate, which I thought was very not. And first of all, look, I'm not telling you to vote for Senator Sanders, and I'm not telling you to vote for Hillary Clinton. Everybody, you make up your own mind. But one thing, make sure you have all the facts, or excuse me, or as much facts that are possible before you make a final choice whom you think will best suit your needs and the needs of your people or fellow Americans. First thing, one of the things he hit her was on again. The extraordinary large amounts of the hundreds of thousands of dollars she's got in these speeches that these Wall Street establishment. Well, what the hell are you doing speaking there anyway? What I mean, you're going to bash. You think we're insane enough to believe that you're going to bash the people that are paying you to lobby for them? And look, wait a minute. And as a matter of fact, David Carroll's right. That's a slap in the face. And so she said, "Well, yes, you think because somebody accepts money from big banks or Wall Street that we can't, in other words, fight against them." And so, like Bernie Sanders said, wait a minute, wait, hold it, wait a minute. I'm just paraphrasing. You want us to believe, okay, here's the speech. And he said, he just threw it in there. It's just nothing. Nothing. And what do you think? We're insane? But he never argued, he never brought up Hillary Clinton's, I want to say it, he never brought up Hillary Clinton's email or Benghazi. I would have hit it every which way but loose. I would jabs, uppercuts, punches. I would have knocked it out. But I want to say the man dealt with integrity in the debate. And another thing, a major issue. See, well, I spent time with Trayvon Martin's mother. She don't give two shouts in hell about those people. With the mother of those boys that were deceased, they shouldn't have to worry about. Look, wait a minute, look. In the first part of the campaign, she had a meeting with Black Lives Matter after it. It was a terrible confrontation. When they told her Black Lives Matter, she said all lives matter, which is true. All lives does matter. But at that specific moment, you know what they were trying to get across. It didn't matter to her, except when she found out that, hey, look here, I have to go to these black people again because I know I'll get them to vote for me for practically nothing. I'll promise them the world like we did the first time. It doesn't matter. They'll believe anything. And what's not only a slap in the face, there's a big story that's beginning to open up about the Black Caucus and some of these so-called buffoons, political so-called self-appointed civil rights leaders that has openly endorsed Hillary Clinton, that for the black community to endorse her. Well, it was found out, if you look at BET, Roland Martin on this news, I think News One, Executive Director Rashad Robertson of the Color for Change. It was open. This certain media broke the story. They openly endorsed Hillary Clinton, which was a disgrace, and like David Caroll said, a slap in the face, and I add a kick in the butt to all, not only all black Americans, all Americans for her phony fictitiousness. But she went so far, but okay, we'll get back at that. They open up the story that the big tobacco companies and private prisons, now ain't that a kick in the tail, are the ones that's donating money in large amounts to the Black Caucus. Because they openly endorsed Hillary Clinton and they were asked to endorse Congresswoman Donna Edwards from Maryland. Wait a minute, okay. Congresswoman Donna Edwards, but who did they endorse? In secret, they endorsed in secret this other woman, and come to find out, and rebuke, they just refused. I'm sorry, Donna Edwards. But Donna Edwards, thank God, beat her anyway. But you know what was the whole cause of it when they dug a little deeper? The same people that pays them off, donate to their cause, is the same woman that they voted for, that they endorsed secretly. Remember, Hillary in the wide open to get all the blacks to endorse Hillary. Secretly, this woman, so everybody won't know. But the same people that's paying them off, I'll just say it. The big tobacco companies and the private prison things of all, the one that's doing the most damage to the African American community and people of color and middle class white America, are the same one and the same woman that they endorsed in secret. She's being propped up by and getting paid by the big tobacco companies and the private prison industry as well. Now, what a kick in the pants! All them, and so they're asking all them. They're petitioning them. Executive producer, executive director, Rashad Robinson. If you think I'm lying, Google it, look it up. These are facts, and it's just this story is just beginning to. But anyway, we go past that. Getting on to the debate, I thought it was really phenomenal, and Senator Sanders did an excellent job in the debate. And he said like this, and they asked him, one fellow asked him, what would you do? Do you think that you can relate to people of color? And they're like, and he told them, look, when I was a very little boy, my grandfather's family, I think he said grandfather now, it was so much talked about, was wiped out by Adolf Hitler. We had to see people of the Jewish, with the mark and the star that the Germans, the Nazis branded them with. And he said, in other words, paraphrasing, I can relate to you very well. The whole thing is Hillary Clinton is on the tape. She don't care about white America, anybody, especially black America, white America, people of color, or anybody else. She is bought and paid for by the big business, Wall Street. She's owned by Wall Street. Donald Trump told you. Ted Cruz told you that. Well, they're all not Ted Cruz. I'm sorry. Now, let me tell you something. Most politicians are as full of crap as a constipated elephant. What we have to do as Americans is educate ourselves on these people, especially my African American brothers and sisters. We have to stop listening to these self-appointed civil rights leaders and them caucus people. Those people can't relate to you. Those clowns. I want to use there's another word I like to use for these so-called self-appointed civil rights leaders and in the CBC that call themselves representing the black community. Sit your butt down, you phonies. I would use a whole lot of profanity. They are nothing but liars and thieves. But Senator Sanders was victorious in that speech tonight. He came out and said that the top billion, most of the wealth is going to top business. Why should we let these people? Nabisco is going out. Carrier units going out. These people are going to Mexico and China, whom they're making 60 cents an hour. I think it's over there in Mexico, and then they're going to bring these goods right back in here. And the establishment heads, these politicians are getting paid off by them. See, when they go over there, they're making over 100% profit. Pay that little bit amount, no health care, no nothing. Bring the stuff back here and sell it for phenomenal prices. Crap. Make these people pay. But Bernie was victorious. I didn't have enough chance to go into it. We got sidetracked by these buffoons, this black caucus buffoons and idiots, and these so-called pastors. Bernie Sanders was victorious tonight. Some people, oh, he's a communist. He said, I don't even agree with a lot of our Democratic, remember, they are not right all the time. Matter of fact, a lot of them most of the time don't know what they know what they're talking about. They're deliberately misleading the American public. The middle class is disappearing at a rapid rate. You can see that. The whole thing is, like he said, everybody, black and every other person of color, should have the same rights as everybody else. We want everybody to be treated the way we would wish to be treated. Fairly. Do you understand? Fairly. Going into countries, black and white, everybody else dying for these people at the top as they ransack countries for the natural resources and claim that they're fighting for people. No, they're not. Just like Bernie Sanders, just like even Donald Trump said, they're nothing but thieves. One thing I'll give Donald Trump credit, he pays his own way. Bernie Sanders, he does not accept money from big business and special interest groups. Hillary Clinton is controlled by the establishment. She's another Wall Street. Wake up, black folks. Don't be voting for these people. The hell you gonna vote for somebody they get how many thousands of dollars for a speech on Wall Street? Really? See, this shows you. Remember the last time they threw you under the bus. And like Bernie Sanders said, they're the one who orchestrated welfare reform. Who did it hurt? The poorest people in America. What did it do? It actually made single-parent households, single mothers, and not only black, people of color and white, the poorest in the country, that much more, extremely more poor. In other words, they were already bad enough off. They were just barely eating. They took that away from you. Remember, I don't care who you are, what color you are. If you don't have any money, there's no job opportunities. You have to eat. How you going to eat if there's no job? You're going to steal. You're going to sell drugs. No, it's not fair. I know people have paid $70,000 to $80,000, people of color and black, that they won't hire them. Drug dealing and gang banging has nothing to do with it. They came from two-parent households. I know a lot of people in church, you can see them with their hand held down. They've been duped. They've been had. They've been targeted. College degree after college degree, and nobody hired them. Just because of the color of their skin. Don't even have a record at all. I can count off the name. I can tell you. Can you say that? Yes, I can. Why, I had an uncle December 7th, 1941 at Pearl Harbor. And believe it, we hear all kind of things. Bernie Sanders even spoke on the police targeting people of color. Yes, I know people the police made sell drugs for them. Why? But they won't target it. You know white people that were bringing the drugs in while they had black people on the side of the road, and everybody just watched them just shake their head. Nobody said a word. But now you have an element in this country that are extremely dangerous. Do you understand me? You don't even know what's going on in some of these communities. You listen to Fox News, and hell, I'm not even going to go there. That's a subject for another video. Folks, we need help right now. We need prayer, and we need direction. And do your research before you vote on these clowns. God bless.